today. I'm here today to talk to you about taking chances. Now, this topic is near and dear to me. It's close to my heart because I want the best for you guys, and I want to show you a little bit of my story and how taking chances has helped me get to where I am today. Let me ask you a question. How many times have you missed out on opportunities because you were too scared to take a chance? Maybe it was a job that you tried to apply for, or a new business idea that you were too afraid to get up off the ground, or even a relationship that you were too afraid to take a chance on. You see, taking chances is not about just facing your fears, it's about unlocking your full potential. In fact, research shows that people who take chances are more likely to be successful, have higher levels of happiness, and better mental health. People who take chances are more likely to experience positive emotions, but people who don't take very many chances often experience anxiety and regret. Now, I'm not suggesting you go out there and try to do reckless stuff and take reckless risks, but taking chances means that you're going to be calculated and smart about the decisions that you're going to make and aligning those with your values and your goals. It means stepping out of your comfort zone and facing the unknown. But you got to do this with a plan that you're willing to understand what you want to achieve out of it. Let me give you an example out of my own life. So I'm from a small town in upstate New York. I knew when I was growing up that there wasn't much opportunity there. I could see the jobs that people were having. And I used social media at the time, things like YouTube, to see other people's lives and see other people's opportunities that they had in other parts of the world. And I knew that if I don't take some kind of chance, I'm not going to be able to get out of that place. And which is fine for some people that don't want to take chances. There is people out there that are just happy with what they're doing, but I know for me, I needed to get out of there and I wanted to experience different things. So I can remember back in high school, I wanted to be a mechanic. I was in a vocational class for a couple years to be a mechanic, but I really didn't want to stay around where I grew up. So I know that one day during lunchtime in high school, there was some Army recruiters there, and the Army recruiters gave me the runaround about like how cool the Army was and what I could learn from there. And they talked about college and they talked about a sign-on bonus. And they were just trying to fluff me up to try to get me to join. Now, I took that idea home and I pondered about it for a while. And I came to the conclusion that that might be the only way I'm going to get out of this town. They offer, travel around the world. They offered pretty decent pay, but I also knew that it came with a whole lot of sacrifice. Now, I was only 17 at the time when I talked to these recruiters, so I had to actually have my parents' consent to do any kind of paperwork or anything. Now, I know for my parents that was a tough choice that they had to make, but they did the best thing that they could for me, and I thank them for that every day. Now, fast forward, 17 years later, since I joined, and I'm now about to turn 34, and that chance that I took back then gave me a whole bunch of experience in life that I wouldn't have had if I didn't take that chance. Now, I was scared to death to actually join the military. I actually wasn't sure how that was going to play out, but I ended up facing my fears and I just did it anyway. And it turns out that that was probably one of the best moves that I could have done. Now, here's the thing. Taking chances also means that you're probably going to end up with some failures. I've been married once already, and I'm about to be married again. I was young and dumb at the time, but I did gain a lot of experience from being married at the time. And I know that it's how you respond to those failures that causes the success that you're looking for. When I failed, I didn't give up. I just, I used that as an opportunity to grow. You have to be willing to get knocked down and get back up again. Now, you might be thinking, hey, Josh, taking chances is kind of scary, and I'm not going to lie to you. It is. It's, like I've said before, there's two voices in your head. One that will encourage you to do it, which is very small, and one that's a lot bigger that tells you, hey, this is not a good idea. That's the one that keeps people from doing things like taking chances, and that's what causes a lot of people to just stick with what they're doing and they don't adventure out and do something else. That voice, that bigger voice inside your head will tell you, oh, that's too complicated. I don't know if I'm ready to do that. And the scariest thing that you're going to end up doing is not taking chances and look back on your life and end up with the regret of the chances that you never took. So I was talking to one of my buddies from back home the other day, and he was saying, oh, taking a chance, why, it was so easy for you. You got out there and you joined the army and you did things that, got you to where you are. And I'm like, yeah, dude. I mean, I took a chance. Do you not think that I was scared when I signed those papers saying that, knowing the outcome that it could have been, that I could have died over there? I took the chance and I ended up doing what I thought was right at the time. I could have just sat there and did nothing and wondered why I would have been stuck in this small town in upstate New York with no job growth and no opportunities. I mean, there is opportunities, but when you're from a small town and, there's only so many jobs, well, those jobs are pretty much taken already. I mean, there is no job growth up there. There's nothing being built. There's nothing new being done in those towns. Those are just small towns. And I knew that if I would have stayed there, I would have ended up working at this place for 20 or 30 years and never getting out of that small town. So at the end of the day, it's not easy to take a chance, but you got to get out of your comfort zone and you got to go out there and you got to get it. Just got to stop making excuses for everything that you're not doing and start thinking about things that you could be doing. There's always a different way for things to get done. Like I said, it's not about being reckless. It's about being smart about the decisions that you're making and knowing that there's always an opportunity to do something else. According to another study that I looked up about this, it said that 53% of Americans have regrets about not taking chances in their careers. That's more than half of the damn population of people that didn't take a chance because of whatever excuse that they can come up with. And that's a lot of damn people that didn't take chances, but they look back on it and they regret not doing that. I believe that you're always in the right place at the right time. You're just not aware that you're in the right place at the right time. You have to look back on it to know that, hey, yeah, I was in the right place at the right time. I just didn't take the chance. So how do you start taking chances? It starts with a mindset shift. You have to believe in yourself and your abilities. You have to believe that you're capable of achieving your goals, and you have to be willing to take action. So I'm going to challenge you today to take a chance. Whether it's starting a new business, asking someone out on a date, or doing some kind of physical action that you've never done before, like climbing a mountain, going on a hike, or even taking a walk around the block. But I want you to do something that scares you, because when you take those chances, you're going to create the opportunities that are going to advance you in your life, and you're going to create some memories that are going to last a lifetime. Right now, I'm taking a chance. I work a full-time job, and I'm still finding time to make these videos. Now, I don't make them every single day like I probably should. I'm growing slowly. I'm not growing as fast as I want to, so what do I have to do? I have to make more videos. I have to, speak my word, and I have stuff to say, and I want to say it because I want to help you guys. I want to help you grow. Just I'm growing. That's what I want for you guys. I want you to get out there and take a chance and stop making excuses for all the things that you're not doing. A lot of people say, oh, it's a money issue. I don't have the education. Well, I don't have money and I don't have an education either. The only thing I did was go to school, and I know that you can make it if you try. You can do it if you put forth the effort. It's not just going to get handed to you. There's nothing in this world that it's going to get handed to you. There was nothing easy about signing those papers. There was nothing easy about anything that I've done. The point is I wasn't afraid of it. I went out there and I took the chance because I knew that it was the right thing to do at that time. So I need you to stop making excuses for everything that you're not doing and go out there and go after it and start doing things in your life that will make things better. And you know they'll make it better. Stop being afraid of it. Just stop being scared of it and stop saying that it's easy, because it's not easy. There's nothing about taking a chance that's easy. I know you go on here and you look at everybody else's life and you're thinking to yourself, oh, they were given this and they were given that. Well, I wasn't given anything. I didn't have a chance to go to college. I didn't have money saved up for it. The only way I could have went to college is either through the military or if I got a scholarship through good grades, which I had decent grades, but I didn't have enough to qualify me to go to college. Those are mistakes that I made when I was younger with the lack of knowledge that I had at the time. So I want to challenge you to go out there and take a chance. Do something that you haven't done before. Start using the opportunities that are right in front of you and stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. Start worrying about what you're doing. What are you doing to better your life? I want to leave you with a quote by Wayne Gretzky. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So take that shot. Take that chance and see where it leads you. Thank you for listening to me today. I hope that you start taking some chances, and that's the first step toward achieving all your dreams. And remember, taking a chance is not about facing fears. It's about unlocking your full potential. So I want you to go out there and take a chance. You never know where that might lead you.